What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Back to the Blue Room. Again, welcome back to the Blue Room. Robb Johnson here with Cowboy Talk, episode 7 of Cowboys Talk. This show has been going for about 3 years now. You know, this is where I get to talk Cowboys. This is where I get to talk Cowboys, and I don't have to be unbiased. I can go in on people. See, because usually, folks, when I do the Robb Johnson sports show, when I do anything, I'm usually not biased because that's how professional I am. But when I get here on Cowboys Talk with Robb Johnson, I can be as unprofessional, I can be as unfiltered as I want to. Today, ladies and gentlemen, CeeDee Lamb signed a deal with the Dallas Cowboys. $136 million, $100 million guaranteed. You know what happened today, folks? Do you want to know what happened today? Well, what happened today was the Dallas Cowboys got a deal done with CeeDee Lamb. They got that deal done, and here's the bottom line. We've talked all offseason. That's all we talked about all offseason is this. We talked about that. Why can't Jerry get it done? Why can't Jerry get paid? Well, here's the bottom line, folks. And again, welcome to the Blue Room. Welcome to the Blue Room as I'm wearing my Dak Prescott jersey as he is a very happy man today. Dak will eventually get his money. He may not. But the pressure is now on Dakota Prescott to go in and have a great season. The pressure is now on Dakota Prescott. Do I look at the Cowboys as prohibitive Super Bowl favorites this year? No. In fact, the Philadelphia Eagles should be the favorite. They added everybody. They signed everybody. They've got a super team. So why aren't they not the favorites? They should be the favorites, right? Shouldn't the Eagles be the favorites? Who did they sign? They signed Saquon Barkley. You re-signed AJ Brown. You still got Devontae Smith. You bring in Jahan Dotson, who the Commanders for some reason traded. But this is the thing that really gets me, folks. And, makes me, I'm not going to say it makes me laugh a little bit. I'm not going to say that it kind of gets me chuckling. But what it does is I look at this situation as see if I can get this layout a little better here. Well, no, I was trying to get the layout better so you guys could see the whole CeeDee Lamb background, but you see it behind me. What makes me laugh, folks, is all of the mainstream media. And again, I'm a part of the media as well, but I'm not talking about the mainstream. I'm talking about the biased talk about the Cowboys every day like they don't care about them. You know what's funny to me, ladies and gentlemen? You know what's hilarious to me? CeeDee Lamb got done before Brandon Ayuk got done. That's right, folks. CeeDee Lamb got his deal before Brandon Ayuk. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Who got done first? And they're still missing Trent Williams. See, and I got to give my guy Larry Patterson a lot of credit. Because you know what Larry does? He always talks about how the Dallas Cowboys won a championship in, 96? The 49ers have been back to the Super Bowl. We get it. We understand it. But what's happened, folks? What's happened, huh? They haven't won it. What's the difference? They haven't won it. CeeDee Lamb, let's look at his numbers. In 2020, he came into the league. 74 catches, 935 yards, 5 touchdowns. Decent, not great, but decent his first year. 2021, 79 receptions, 1,102 yards, 6 touchdowns. 2022, 107 grabs, 1,359 yards, 9 touchdowns. 2023, 135 receptions for 1,749 yards, 12 touchdowns. Dak Prescott had one of his better years he's ever had. And so when I look at the Cowboys and I look at everything they have going on here, and see, first of all, it pisses me off because all we've heard about is Jerry can't get it done. Listen, folks, Jerry played everybody. He played everybody, including your favorite media people. But that's why I keep telling you, folks, all this stuff is coordinated. It's all for the ratings. That's why when you usually hear me on my shows, I don't feed into the crap because I understand that this is all for attention. The Cowboys are worth $10 billion. The last time I did a show, I said the Cowboys were worth $9 billion. They are now worth $10 billion. They're the most interesting team out there. Even the Kansas City Chiefs who won a Super Bowl don't get talked about as much as the Dallas Cowboys. And they still won 12 games last year. But I told everybody going to the playoff game against the Packers were dangerous. I told people that there are a lot of good teams in the NFC. and that you can't just roll over. But this is what I do feel like when looking at this CeeDee Lamb deal, right? And then you look at what I'm looking at with Dak Prescott. I think Dak can get done soon, but I feel like this has to be the year where Dak Prescott comes in and he proves that he can actually win for the Dallas Cowboys. He can get them to an NFC Championship game. Now, do I feel like he has to get to at least a Super Bowl to get paid? Yes, I do. You got to remember, Dak is what, almost 32 years old. Jerry Jones has been through this before. He understands what it's like to pay players, what it's like to not pay players. I feel like that this team this year, now you just have Deron Bland who went out yesterday, and that is a devastating injury. I actually had one of the Cowboys fans who I was messaging with say something about Xavier Howard, and I definitely agree with that. And that was a great call by my boy VJ. Yeah, he definitely was talking about Xavier Howard, and I was like, that would be a good signing. However, not only that signing, but if you think about it, they have depth now on that team. They have some players that they can plug in. The biggest thing is getting Trayvon Diggs back. Getting Diggs back is critical. Now, what you don't want is you don't want him to have any type of injury coming off the ACL. You have to worry about CeeDee Lamb a little bit with some soft tissue injuries. However, I feel like that this team going into Cleveland today is in a better spot than they were, I would say, about a week or two ago. I feel like the team does have the depth at wide receiver. When you talk about CeeDee Lamb, of course, when you talk about Brandon Cooks, when you talk about Jalen Tolbert, and then I think Jake Ferguson as a tight end will have his best season production-wise, especially going across the middle, because you're going to have to worry about all these receivers on the outside, having to worry about CeeDee, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert, and even Brooks if they can get him some more catches. Now, even you look at Schoonmaker out of Michigan, the tight end. I just feel that this team right now is in a better spot. Now, I talked about San Francisco earlier. Without Trent Williams, it is not the same football team. Their defense is still going to be tenacious. Do I think that the Cowboys will beat the 49ers this year? When I get to that game, I'll talk about that game, but in my opinion, not right now. The 49ers and the Eagles should still be looked at as the better teams. However, we have to see it on the field. Remember, folks, football is not won on paper. You can sign everybody you want to sign. You can do all these things, but it's won on the field. And the thing about the Cowboys that everybody has to remember, I keep hearing these clowns talk about Jerry Jones needs to retire. Jerry Jones needs to retire. Jerry Jones has drafted very well. Remember, this is the same Jerry Jones who got criticized because he drafted Zach Martin over Johnny Manziel. How the hell is that working out? How is that working out right now? See, a lot of times, and I told you folks, I don't talk about the Cowboys that much because it's a waste of time because the media talks about them enough for me. I give shine to other teams, but on this platform, Cowboy Talk with Robb Johnson, I talk about Dallas, and I talk about the struggles, and I talk about the flaws, and I talk about the good things. As the season starts to get closer, we will break down the Cowboys and Browns even more. You can also check out some of my breakdowns with Robb Johnson sports show with me and Larry Patterson. We'll be back next Sunday night. Again, if you guys want to see more of this Cowboy Talk with Robb Johnson, reach out to me. You can reach out to me at the No BS Sports Zone email. So it's No BS Sports at yahoo.com. So reach out to me at Gmail. So reach out to me at No BS Sports Zone at gmail.com. Email me your questions. If you want to see this show more of this Cowboy Talk with Robb Johnson, let me know. I'm trying to get a more established time so I can bring you guys more coverage of the Dallas Cowboys. But again, the breaking news of the day is that CeeDee Lamb has been signed to a $36 million deal, $100 million guaranteed. And again, as I said before, they got everything done before the 49ers. So now the pressure is on San Francisco. You got to get Brandon Ayuk done, and you damn sure got to get Trent Williams done. If you don't get Trent Williams done, I don't care how good Brock Purdy is. That left tackle is so critical and so important. Just like with the Cowboys when they lost Tyron Smith, now they got Guyton in there. He's been killing it in the training camp settings. So I'm really excited to look forward to see what this team is going to do offensive line wise. I feel like with Coach Zimmer coming back to the team, his schemes, I've loved the schemes that they've done so far this preseason. As I was also telling somebody, Michael Parsons at minimum should have about 18 sacks. But more than that, I want him to stop the run. And that's the biggest thing. People are asking me about Michael Parsons and will he get paid and all that good stuff. Listen, folks, I like Michael Parsons. He's a great player. He's one of the better defensive players in the league. But you got to be able to be multidimensional. Just like you want to compare it to a Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was able to stop the run, and he was able to get sacks, get interceptions, etc. Michael Parsons has to get to that next dimension. It can't just be about putting your hand in the ground or rushing the quarterback each time. Getting pressure on the quarterback is critical. And I feel like the Cowboys have, even though they lost Sam Williams, even though they to injury, and even though they lost some guys, I feel like it's addition by subtraction. You bring in some good defenders. They've just brought in a few guys that I'm really big on, some big bodies up front who can get pressure. And I think that was done to help Michael Parsons. So if you're the Dallas Cowboys at this point, the only thing you're looking at is you got to take this game by game. You can't worry about the Super Bowl. You can't worry about trying to get the pressure of the NFC Championship game. You got one mission right now. You need to worry about the Cleveland Browns. And then you got the New Orleans Saints. You need to worry about the Cleveland Browns. You need to worry about going to the dog pound at 4:25 Eastern on Sunday, September 7th. I think that's the game. I think that's the day of the game. But anyway, it should be September 7th. But that's your main goal right now is you have to worry about the not the San Francisco 49ers. You still need to worry about San Francisco come the rest of the season. But you need to worry about right now what's going on with the Cleveland Browns because they're going to come out. They're going to want to beat you. They're going to want to take you out. They're going to want to be the story. Because think about it. If you beat the Dallas Cowboys, you're the biggest story of the week. And that's just a fact. Because no matter what else happens throughout the week, if you beat the Dallas Cowboys, you will be the story. So going to that game right now, looks like Cleveland is a 2.5-point favorite. And again, we'll get more depth into that. But just wanted to give you all that quick update. The CeeDee Lamb has been signed by the Dallas Cowboys after all the talk during the offseason about Jerry didn't do this, Jerry didn't do that. Jerry drafted well. Not only did he draft well, but as the cuts come, you're going to have more free agents that will probably come to Dallas. You'll probably get another running back. They can possibly get another receiver, and they do need to bring another cornerback in. Jaron Kearse, as I was talking to one of my other Cowboys fans, he's still a free agent. You could possibly bring him back in. I don't know. He kind of went down a little bit last year, so we'll see how that goes. But the bottom line is CeeDee Lamb has signed, sealed, and delivered. And again, before I get off here, let me just say this. CeeDee Lamb is signed. He's delivered. He's going to be there for the next 3 to 4 years, and they'll probably get another contract. But this is a good deal by Dallas. They did a good job in making this signing. And again, folks, they got it done before the 49ers, so that's big. So now I want to see the Stephen A's of the world, the Shannons of the world. I want to see all these people who talked all this bull jive about the Dallas Cowboys bring that same energy to the Bang Bang Niner gang. Bang Bang Niner gang. I'm out of this piece. See y'all later for more Cowboy Talk with Robb Johnson, episode 8. I will see y'all in a couple of days.